If you were Bomac, slight change of topic, would you be advising Crawford? I know Bomac's not the gym man, but would you be advising Crawford to come in light and move around Canelo, or would you be advising him?
The best person to talk about weight.
Maybe not. Do you know what I'm saying? No, but would you advise him to come in light and jab and move around Crawford, or would you advise him to come in heavy and expect to absorb some shots? Because the main criticism that he gets from people, Crawford, is that he does get hit, especially early when he's in the stage of downloading data. By the middle rounds, if you haven't put damage in him, it's going to be a long day, because he gets a bit like Usyk. He gets progressively better, but in the early rounds, he'll probably get hit with punches that he's never been hit with before since his mum beat him. Do you know what I'm saying? So what would you advise?
Whatever it is, it has to be natural. I've seen so many people do this put on weight thing, and when they get in the ring, it's literally mad. Like the example that I like to use the most is the Rugando Lomachenko one. Like, I'm like, raw, bro, you literally looked a whole different person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and then obviously the Rigando that was piecing up man at 118. Yeah, at 118. They ain't the guy that's at 126, 130. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're just not the same person. So I'm like,
how natural can it be though? Because once the fight's signed, you've got a certain weight you have to get to.
I was gonna say, but you have people like Sugar Ray Leonard. Do you know what I'm saying? People like Sugar Ray Leonard who, when he moved up, it was natural. He just fought at his walk around weight. What I'm seeing from Crawford isn't him walking around at his natural weight. I'm seeing Crawford get big.
But are we watching?
And I don't want to see that.
But are we seeing? Did we see Sugar Ray Leonard jump up 2 weight classes at a time, or did he move 1 weight class at a time?
Sugar Ray Leonard was retired and then came back at middleweight.
Yeah.
Crawford was fighting at 54 this time last year. Now he's fighting at 68 1 year later. That is 2 weight.
Is it not a catch weight?
No,
it's at 168. Canelo's a pussy, man.
No, but Crawford said that. Crawford was the one. Crawford said, when I win, I don't want you to have no excuses.
Fair enough.
So the issue with me...
14 pounds is a lot.
More than a lot.
14
pounds
is a lot. And it's
how you put the 14 pounds on. Because here's the thing. What I am seeing, to go back to your question, what I'm seeing is, I think Bomac and Crawford are trying to get him as heavy as possible to be functional. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen.
Because Crawford's a 12-round fighter. Will he still be a 12-round fighter with that extra weight?
I don't know what the game plan is how to win. I assume they know that they can't beat Canelo by stopping him. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah?
I would imagine so.
So if you're not going to stop Canelo, that means you're preparing for a 12-round fight.
Yeah.
I don't know how functional, because there's 2 ways of doing it. When Devin Haney fights Brian Norman Jr., he's moving up to 47. But he's probably going to be the same size, if not bigger than Brian Norman Jr., because he probably rehydrates. So
but he's also naturally bigger.
Exactly. So what you're not going to see is, instead of him having to cut the weight, he's just not going to have to cut. With Crawford, he's putting on the weight. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like Crawford was walking around at 180 and then cutting to 54. Crawford's probably walking out at 170 anyway.
Is there a bottom limit to Crawford's?
No.
There's no bottom limit?
No.
So he don't have to come in at 168, right? He could come in at 164.
No, but it seems like, that's what I'm saying, because it
seems like he's pushing it right to the edge.
When Charlo fought Canelo, he couldn't even make 68. He couldn't make it. Like, he was just too small. Yeah. He's just too small. Yeah. 168 was too big for him to reach. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? He went from 54 to 68. It looks like Crawford's doing the exact opposite. Yeah. Maybe he wants the exact opposite result, but he's like, bro, I am putting on 30 pounds. And
to be fair, with Charlo's the worst example, because Charlo didn't even really turn up to fight.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he didn't even make the weight. Yeah. So that maybe was a mindset of where I didn't even care about winning or losing. Yeah. Whereas I didn't want to see this way of, because Crawford looking big, Paul. Yeah. He's looking heavy, bro.
Yeah.
He's looking real heavy. He's looking like all part of 190. Yeah. And what you're now doing is you're now fighting at a bigger weight. Now you're gonna have to still deal with the rehydration and cutting weight. And I don't get that.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't get that. Yeah. You might as well just coming at this like maybe 10.
The only advantage is maybe the punch resistance, but other than that, I'm with you. I don't get it. You know, I was of the thought process that, you know, if this was amateur boxing, which it isn't, I think Crawford can jab Canelo's head off all day. All day. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, he does need to be a bit bigger if Canelo decides to move around a lot more. But Canelo can't really move. He can't move around the ring. But he does need some extra size just in case for the wrestling.
10 pounds maybe.
Yeah.
Not
I wouldn't mind seeing him. That's why I
pounds.
said, can he come in at 164, 165, 162, something like that?
You could even come in at 168, but just not have to rehydrate. Do you know what I'm saying? So just be at 168. Because some people, what he's doing is coming at 183, cutting weight to then rehydrate to 183. Just don't do that. Just coming at 168, whatever you know what I'm saying? Whatever you naturally come in at.
What does Canelo rehydrate to?
He's probably going to rehydrate to 180, 185.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So he's trying to match him in terms of weight. That's a functional weight for Canelo. It's not a functional weight for you.
Yeah, correct. And you fight very differently. Whatever happens, if they're the same weight exactly on fight night, I'm concerned and think that Canelo probably wins. The only way that Crawford wins is if he comes in a good 6, 8, maybe even 10 pounds lighter than Canelo on the night of the fight once they've rehydrated.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I can see.
That's what I would have wanted to see.
Yeah.
But I don't see the purpose of you doing that and then being 180 now or 190
unless you're going to come in and try and box him in a way that you don't normally box.
That's my
You're
point.
not a stand and trade guy. You can trade, but normally
is he being influenced by this Mickey Mouse, cat and mouse, rat and mouse?
No, I don't think so. No, not if you're Crawford. I don't think so.
This whole Tom and Jerry thing.
No, not if you're Crawford. No.
Cool.
No, I think you're too experienced. I don't think you care enough about the Saudis. It's a one-off fight.
Bro, the Saudis are saying it's a flipping. They're giving a knockout bonus for that. Bro, what is that? It's really irrelevant. Is that even wow?
Crawford can't knock out Canelo, and Canelo ain't not one out in 3 years. 4 years. So that's great.
What are we doing?
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's you might as well give that to Don Charles' son. Do you know what I mean? Because there's the same chance of him knocking out Usyk. Like, do you know what I mean? So if it goes 12 rounds, it's anybody's fight. Fact. With the weight, if it goes 12 rounds and he's light, it should go Crawford. But the way that he's shaping up size wise is looking a bit crazy.
Yeah, I feel like the second half of the fight he is looking to take over.
But in one camp to train for a 12-round fight
at a whole
massive weight is different. You're asking a lot.
No matter who you're sparring, it doesn't make a difference.
You're asking a lot. You're not going to spar many people that hit as hard as Canelo.
He could.
At a natural 168, walking around at 168.
No, but you just spar like cruiserweights, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the same in terms of the wrestling, in terms of the moving around the ring. It's not the same. It's actually not the same. Because, do you know what? Sparring someone that actually hits harder than your opponent, I don't even think that's good. Because logically you think that you're building your punch resistance, but
it just doesn't.
Do you know what I mean? And then when they buzz you. Like, you need to be prepared for what you're actually going to fit. There's no simulation for that. Do you know what I mean? He could have killed him with movement.
That's what I was going to say. That's why I feel like the biggest thing he should have focused more on was prevention instead of the cure.
Yeah.
I feel like he's focused on the cure instead of the prevention.
Yeah.
And that's what I would have designed the camp around prevention.
They might have overthought this a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But let's see. Hopefully, I still hope Crawford can win.